Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well and have enjoyed the vlog so far. So, back to it as normal. Dad's just putting the car back down because we brought Cat's shavings up. The Apollo stable is done, which is in the vlog that is already out. I'm pretty sure it's out now. But yes, Apollo stable's all done. Thanks to Dixie, she ripped it all up. A little tow rag. It is very wet, windy, and very, very muggy. Yes, Raven. So, we're getting the girls in. I've just put the kettle on because it's freezing. That wind is so cold. So, go make coffees, do my water buckets, and then I'm going to go down and get the girls because they have been out all night and I feel really bad leaving them out in the rain and the wind. But they were going a little bit stir crazy, and Dixie was very naughty to turn out. But they do have lightweight rugs on, so let's get these guys' buckets filled up and go and get them. Switching up their meals and adding some extras into their feed today. Start of autumn, so now we start bulking up to help with winter because my two are in majority of the time over winter, so they've been having summer feeds, which has been one big scoop, well, half a big scoop of these, so now they're going to get one scoop. Of healthy tummy. And in the summer they had water. They had like a handful of honey chop. Now we're gonna get half a scoop of honey chop each. So that's that one. Tiny bit more for Dix, because that's needed. Right, supplements, obviously the drink care and the senior balancer stay the same regardless of summer, winter, autumn, spring. Dixie gets 2, Trigger gets 3. So Trigger is on senior, Dixie is on drink care. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got really raspy throat this morning. Right, garlic and mint, which we've literally just done. They get a scoop of. They only get one scoop of that stuff. Oh, and that's it for now. They get no more supplements. Oh, apples and carrots. I need carrots anyway. I haven't got any apples yet. They get 1 carrot each. Dad's doing the waters, which is nice. 1 carrot, then all that will be mixed in and then ready in their stables for when they come in. Cat's just turning her 3 out. That's all done. All our spare feed buckets that were up here are now in there. Makes it a little bit more neater and a little bit more tidier. Coffee and all that's there. And go see her dad's doing on the waters. Dad, do you want any help? Oh, he's almost done. Why ask for help when he's almost done? Right, break time, well, coffee time anyway. Change of coat, change of boots, and finally caught my pony. Took us about 5 minutes. She's not. She's very upset about something. Dad's already caught Trix, but now we've got to get up this field without falling on our backsides, which Dad and I both almost did walking down. We've now got to get up. Come on. Oh, darling. Oh, baby. So I'm bringing her in. She doesn't like it. So the plan was to work both of them today. However, the weather report has given that the rain is coming in very badly. So I just want to get them in and get them into their stables and get them nice and warm and dried off, which might mean towel drying. Walk nicely, because she's quite wet. Dixie, Puppy, what's wrong? Steady. It's okay, steady. Good girl, steady. Get these guys in. Right.
Hi everyone, I hope you are all well. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a talk over quickly because this vlog is turning out longer than what I anticipated, but I do lengthily talk about what I'm doing with Trix and Dixie throughout the massage. So this was obviously filmed the day that we had the awful rain and the awful weather in, so that the girls had to come in and have just a break from the rain, let their rugs dry, and obviously just let them have a day in really out of the rain so they didn't hurt themselves anymore. Now when Trigger was walking up, I noticed that she wasn't fully tracking up herself and she wasn't looking entirely sound. So she wasn't lame, but she didn't look very nice as she was walking. She was favouring one side. So instead of doing things that I would normally do to help loosen her off, I thought I would do her exercises that she normally does, but then I'd give her a massage with obviously our little massage gun we've got. Now by all means I am not a professional at this. I have just learned and picked up things from Cara and Joe when they've come out and given them treatments, and I've learnt along the way how to help the two girls in between their treatments. Now Trigger was a little bit too tight in her neck, but Trix has in the past suffered from what you would call a headache in humans, so she just looked a little bit tense and a little bit too tight, so I just wanted to help her relax. Now Trix is the kind of mare, she holds her tension all in her shoulders and her neck, but she also holds it in her hamstrings. She can be very, very tight in her hamstrings. If there's any questions, let me know and I will try and answer them as best I can. Again, not professional, I've just picked up things as I go. So with this intensity, I actually have it on medium going around her shoulders, and I have it on low intensity around her neck and her head, seeing how much she'll let me do really and which speed she sort of likes. So you can see it pulsating on her. I do it around her chest and her shoulders. But anyway, enjoy. I hope you guys like this vlog because I was literally stumped of what to do, and seeing as I was doing this anyway, I thought I might as well just vlog it for you guys so you can see what we do when it is nasty weather, especially coming into winter now. I thought it'd be a very good idea just to show you guys how we do it and what I do, especially when they've been in for long periods of time. And this is what we will do whilst they're in for long periods of time, especially in the winter if the weather is too.
Oh, there you go, darling. Does that feel better? There's a good girl. Good girl. Right. Good girl. Stand. Good.
So you can see I'm using my hand as well as the gun at the same time, well the massage gun at the same time, because I like to feel as I go what loosens, what's still tight, and just where she is the tightest. Now normally it takes a fair while to figure it out for me, because I'm, like I said, I'm just picking up what I do and what I find helps the girls. But Trika is a tough cookie to try and sort of figure out sometimes where she's actually holding her tightness. So she has always been tight in her hamstrings, but they have been out for like 3 days at this point, and this was their first time in a while. But because they'd been out, and obviously before they had actually gone out, they were in for a few days due to the very nasty weather. It sort of made life a little bit more easier, learning from Joe and Cara what they do, but also able to help my 2 girls in between their treatments. Now winter is coming, so it's going to be a long winter, I think, but doing this with them in between their treatments is helpful at the same time, especially if we can't work them as much as they would normally get worked between spring and summer.
Rather tight across her back and her hamstrings. Good girl, Trix. Good girl. There's that bit. Good girl. Good. Can you put some, Trix? Can you stand up properly on this leg, please? Good girl. Well done. That's it. Good. Well done. Sorry, darling. I can't get to the muscle properly otherwise. There's a good girl. Still too tight there. That's better. Good girl. Can we get this bit? I know, you've got your ears back at me. I know. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Well done. Okay, that's a bit better. Right. Start from the top again, girl. Can we move over a step? Good girl. Same again. Oh, does that feel nice? Get rid of those headaches. Good girl. Sorry, I put your mane on the wrong side again. Good. Good girl. That's better. Release this neck. Release that muscle there. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. Good. Stand up square. Good girl. Good girl. That's better. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Right, front your shoulder Tricks. Nice, almost tight. Good girlie. Well done. That's better. Sorry, girl. There we go. Right, down the back. Okay. Good girl. It's tighter this side on the shoulder. Good. Well done. Let's go over your wither whilst I'm here.
So you can probably hear I'm constantly praising her, just in case, in the sense she does have her ears back. Sorry. I do have a nasty cough, I do apologise. She has her ears back, especially on the tightest part of her neck and her shoulders. Like every horse, they have a good and a bad side. This happens to be Tricker's worst side, with her tension and just how she is. I'm constantly saying good girl for the main reason is that sometimes with her, not so much in Dixie as you'll see, but sometimes in Trix, you can feel when the muscle just releases, and it's quite nice to actually be able to feel that in your fingers. That bit I hit a nasty bit of tension, and it was very tight for her, so this is how I noticed when she was walking up that morning that she was a little bit unlevel, but she has been unlevel for quite a while. That's due to her hock, but being able to release that tension in her spine there was quite a nice release, because after this sort of session and massaging with her, she does do a nice big yawn. Her hamstrings have always been tight as well. So I'm going to explain about Trix's hock. Now, I said Trix has been on level for a little while, which is very much true. She got kicked in the field and her leg had swollen. She's also an older mare as well, which she is very fluid for her age, but she does suffer with some stiffness in her hocks. Now, when she's been in for quite a while, her legs and her hock do fill up with fluid, and the way to get rid of that is by massaging, making her do some walking. But during winter we can't exactly do that, and as the last 4 days proved when we had that heavy rain, all she wanted to do was stand at the gate to come in, or she went and hid under the trees.
Good girl. Bring that leg back. That's it. Now square it.
In the winter we do possibly bandage her depending on how bad our winter is. If not, we will try and give her as much turnout as I possibly can via my field and seeing what the track is like. Again, I don't want her slipping, I don't want her falling, I don't want her getting hurt when she runs around like a loony like she can. Like I said, for Trix being a 23-year-old thoroughbred who has had injuries in that back leg in the past, to see her now, you wouldn't think she'd ever have an injury. She is enjoying her life out in the field at the moment, and we are bringing her slowly, very slowly, back into a very light workload. She does have a lesson in 2 weeks' time, but again, Louise left me with a lot of homework to do with her, and I do get catch up with Cara and Joe via Messenger as well. Whenever I'm thinking there something's not right or have I done this wrong, I do actually check in with my people that I have come up and do them.
Good girl. I know, I'm sorry. You have more done on the side. Whoop. Whoop. Easy. Is that the bit that hurts? Does that feel better or worse? There's a girl. Give that bit a bit of a drag. There you go, girlie. That's you done. On to doing Dixie. Now, Dixie is not a fan of this, so I'm going to keep it on low intensity for now. So, like I said, she's not a fan. So I'm just going to grab her head collar very quickly and put her on her head collar just to give her a little bit of more confidence for both of us. Good girl, you're okay. You're okay, aren't you? You're licking and chewing. You're okay. I'm not going to do it uptight at all. I'm just going to hold it for a sec. Good girl. Like I said, she is not the most confident of horses, especially to have this done. Yeah, does that feel nice? Oh, it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. I'm just going to leave it on low intensity for a little while because she isn't all that tight in her neck. But good. Same as Trix, I do check them both. And we knew something was wrong with her this morning when she was walking in. She just wasn't walking correctly and she wasn't tracking up properly. So it indicates that somewhere in her back or her neck or her hips or her shoulders is rather tight. So there we go. Feel? Good girl. I learned a lot from Cara, who comes and does our Bowen. I learned a lot from Joanne when she came out and treated Dixie. So Dixie does hold all of her tension in her neck and in her pole pressure. So there we go. That's better. And once she releases and relaxes, there we go. Good girl. It's alright, it's just the wind. Good girl.
So you would have heard me there talk about release with Dixie, so when she relaxes. So in that sense, with Dixie, her rewarding, even though I say good girl, her rewarding is giving that pressure release and taking the pressure off if I'm doing something with the gun that she doesn't like, and just giving her that little bit of release that she's looking for. A give and take reward system with Dixie instead of patting her and giving her a good scratch. Her reward is I take the thing away and she then just goes, oh, that's nice, I enjoy that. And that's how we've been getting through with Dixie really in our training as well, is a lot of give and take and pressure and release.
Quite a long time, but that's why Cara and Joanne come out every 5 to 6 months, which Joanne is due in December. I'm pretty sure she's due in December. Yeah, she's due in December to come out and give her another treatment and to give Tricka her first treatment, because Trix was at stud the first time Joanne came out to my girls, but I think Cara is the first one due out to the girls. So again, her muscles around her shoulders is quite nice. By all means, I am no expert. I learnt from Cara and from Joe, which is also another reason why I vlog, because then I can watch them back and I can learn as we go. So she does get very tight in her withers. I always know that. It's just the way she is and the way she holds herself, which is why in our training we are currently working on bringing her back onto her hindquarters. Good girl, darling. Is that feeling better? Is that feeling better? Good girl. She is a very loving mare, but she is also one that you do have to watch quite closely as well. Dixie won't, like Trix, Dixie won't stomp her feet like Trix will. Dixie will just turn and nip at you. So she's not the easiest of horses to read. She can be quite, oh, tight still. Can I get this up here? She can be quite quick on the reaction side of her. Yes, tricky. She can be, can't she? So a Trix is normally like a 10-minute session with this thing. Dixie might take 20 or half an hour. It just depends on where she's tight. Be nice. Be nice. You're being very cute, but I'm asking you to be nice. That's it. I feel better. Good. We've also learnt from like most of our lessons that we've had with Louise or Rosie is that she will not carry herself correctly from the hind end, which is what we're working on. So she does get, again, I think it's part of her. She does get incredibly tight, especially around her hamstrings and back area. Getting a little bit of resistance. I'm just going to come away for a sec, come back to her with her, and where she is normally the tightest across her back, just to make sure we've got that nice and loose, which means then she can give over her spine. There we go. She's going to sleep. Look. She's going to sleep. Bless her. She does like it. She's just not the keenest on it. Now that's just Dixie, unfortunately. It's just the way Dix is. She is not the keenest on having this weird thing by her head. Good girl. With Dixie, you can see this has gone quite soft now. But it's here. That's... Ooh, good girl. Well done. Just taking a little bit more time to give, isn't it, darling? Good girl. Well done. She's got quite a strong muscle compartment in her back end, which she can use when she chooses to use. She just chooses not to use sometimes. So you see how hard that is. I mean, I've got no give there. You lift your tail. You like this, really, don't you? You've been a very good girl. Well done. There we go. See how it starts to now give? So again, she is one for being tight in the hamstrings. That's better. Good girl. Well done. I know. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. Good girl. I wish you'd look in true like Trix does when I've hit a spot that makes it feel better. You don't know, do you? There we go. Much better. Right, onto the other side of her. Like all horses, Dixie has her weak and her strong side. You're still ramming, aren't you? But this doesn't affect it. There we go. It's only on low. It's only on low. You're fine. You're fine. Good girl. She's got one solid neck, which is quite nice about her. All right. Oh, does that hurt? Okay, we'll leave it there for a second. It's all right. Good. So feel. So she's got one solid neck. This is like solid. I can't even give any on that. You have a solid, don't you, baby? Can you straighten your head up? There we go. There we go. Is that better? Okay. You do have one solid neck, my girl. There we go. There. Well done. Good girl. That's better. Right, shoulder. On the back first. Again, same with Trix, quite tight in her shoulders, but it's the way she carries herself. She carries herself so much on the forehand, which is hence this big, massive shoulder she's got. So I wanted to just, there we go. There's it. It's okay. It's okay. So she does tell you when it hurts or when something just doesn't feel very right where Trix is sort of like, good girl. Trix is just happy to stand there and let you massage. All right, darling. All right. Give it a minute. Give it a minute and see if it helps. All right. All right. Good girl. Good girl. Does that feel better? Can Mummy have a feel? That's better, isn't it? Oh, such a nice muscle going there. You know, you can actually move it. I can actually, that whole muscle is just gone, whew, released, which is quite nice. Again, I am no expert. I go off of what I know on my horses. And obviously I've learned from qualified people as well. Because Jo was very informative when she was here. So's Cara. Good. Well done. Good. Good. Right. Back. So Cara is quite informative. So's Jo. Both will stand there and teach me how to help them in between our treatments. Obviously Dixie has not been ridden for 8 weeks, 9 weeks now? No. Yeah, 8 weeks now. She's building up and building up. But we still have these treatments in between. Look, hair coming off of her. I have to give you a full groom, a very good groom tomorrow before I ride you. And so that feel nicer. Well, at least work you anyway. Good girl. Still quite tight there. Sorry, darling. Good. That's better. So I've just put the intensity up to 2, just over this section of her back and her shoulders. Didn't have to do it on the other side, but on this side she's a lot more tighter, so I'd rather just give her that little bit of extra just to help. She's quite good. She's tolerating it now. That might hurt a little bit, might hurt there. Oh, good girl, well done. Again, not too bad here. Unlike the other side, I was expecting this side to be a lot more tighter. Just move you guys. I was expecting this bit here to be a lot more tighter than her other side, but it's not actually. It's quite nice, which means she's released over her spine, which is what we wanted. I'm just going to do this hamstring, double check this. So this is tighter than the other side. Last hamstring, girl, and then you're done. Good girl. So she's more tighter this side than she is her other side, but this part of her back was tighter this side, where this side was quite loose. But this hamstring is quite solid. No, I keep saying quite. It's very solid. But we'll just give it a good, turn the intensity up to 3. Just to give it that very good quick fire into the muscle. There we go. You like this back here, don't you? You are weird. Ah, there we go. Now she's starting to release. Good, good. Well done. Look at all that. She's just released. You can feel on the end of this when she releases. Which is what I actually love about her. I'm doing things like this with her, giving her massages and things like that. She releases. Oh, I'll turn this off now. So yeah, that's now Dixie done. Got to put this away. And you're all done, baby girl. You're all done. You feel better now? Hey? feel better? Does that feel nice? Hey? Does that feel nice? My fingers. Good girl. Right, I'll let you off. Now come put your bed down. Oh, careful. Heads. And then put her hair nets up. Could you let me out, please, Pops? Oh, I love you too. I thought Dad said bye, Trix. Oh, that's who's just come in. Trickies. Ah, yawning. Overall, both horses are tight. Trix more so in her hamstrings. Dixie more so over her whole back and shoulder, neck, really. So Trix does more ridden work than Dixie does, but Dixie is just that fraction tighter than Trix. So I think I might have to contact Cara to come out by end of November time to come and give both girls a treatment. And then Joanne is due in December, like I said. So they both get a treatment from Bowen and sports massage therapy. You will, won't you? Because it'll be Tricker's first time having a sports massage, where it will be Dixie's second time. But to overall it off, I think both horses could do with it. And then hopefully we'll get Apollo into that routine of having treatments with Cara or Joe, just to keep an eye on Apollo's growth and her muscle build. Yes, baby. And bringing that, but Apollo's coming in slowly. Where this one now, she's being ridden twice a week at the moment, and Dixie is actually in work 3 days a week with lunging and in-hand walking and just some basic ground manners. Oh, big yawn now, nice and relaxed, which is what we want. Right, see you all later, my girls. And get Dad home now.